Hey guys, welcome back to Gibbs Mods. Today I'm going to show you how to put together a scar kit, I believe from Worker, onto the stripe here. As you see, there's a lot of pieces. I'm only going to do, I think I only have to open up the blaster for two things: the replacement trigger, which is here, and then an extended mag release here. I don't have an upgraded rev trigger, but shout out to Luca out of Darts if he wants to send me some. That's oddly enough, that's the only thing that I don't have for my stripes. I don't know why. I have metal triggers and extended mag releases for them and kits, but oddly enough, I don't have that. So that would help. But other than that, I'll show you how you put it together. Okay, so let's get some of this stuff off so we can open up the blaster to begin with, because we'll do the internal before we do the external. Put that to the side. Gonna need that, that, and that. Okay. And I think for this mod, you only need, a screwdriver. Usually, I think this is the size 1 or 2 head. And then, a set of these, either, like this one's like an old version, but, you can get a set of these anywhere. I have several sets. It's ridiculous. I don't even know why I have that many. But yeah, let's go ahead and open it. So we're going to flip it over. Luckily enough, there's not that many screws on this blaster compared to most others. So when you open this blaster, you don't have to necessarily take this screw out because that's connected to the barrel. The shell, it basically goes from here underneath, around, and then it goes in here and then back over here. So that's connected, so that part will just come up. And if you've never seen the inside of a stripe, I'll show you that when I open it. And I won't be doing a full internal mod, like to make it fully auto, because I don't have one of those kits at the moment. Those kits are in 2 other stripes I have. And I'm working on those 2 at the moment to take short darts. Just have to get the right pieces. You can lipo mod these, and even when you put in the full auto kit in there with the extra battery pack, you have to, there's a wire in here that you have to cross. It's the thermostat, and when you make it cross each other's wires, it will actually not overheat. It won't overheat that part, so it won't shut off if it gets too hot, but if you're not careful, it will burn out the motor, so use your own discretion. But I would suggest if you upgrade the battery to like lipos, or if you're gonna run the cool look batteries from Luke for a long period of time in them, upgrade your motors and your flywheels. Luke has all that on his site. I'll probably link all that down below, as well as all this stuff. I'm not sure exactly where I got this kit. It was either Amazon or from WorkerMod itself. I think I got it from WorkerMod itself, or from Etsy through AK Blaster Mod, which is WorkerMod. I only have, I think, two kits for my stripes. This one, which is a scar, and then the Chris Vector, because those 2 are like the most popular. There's others, of course, but a lot of people like these 2 kits, so that's why I'm showing them off. Alright, I think that's the last one. Pry it open. You can use a flathead or it's pointy beside for you. Oh, did I get the stock? Yeah, get the stock. Whoop. Stay in there. I always double check because I know there's got to be at least one that I missed that's holding it down and I don't want it to. No, it seems fine. Okay. I usually brace my fingers into the mag well here, because I don't want to like, you know, pop it off. I mean, there's no spring in here, but you don't want to lose any of the screws. I mean, if you're really tedious, you could put them, you know, take them all out physically, and you know, so you could just pry the shell off. But I like to keep the screws in the shell just because that way I know where they go. I don't really have to mess with them. All I have to do is put them back and screw them back in. I don't think I've ever opened up this one. That's why it's being a little tough. Got that part. Got that. Okay, got that. There we go, got that. Got that. Got that. And the stock. The stock or the handle is usually the anchoring point where you usually forget to unscrew a screw, because they're like, you can't open the whole blaster without doing those two important ones. It's gonna be stuck. You can do this method too. I mean, I try to unscrew them as little as possible, but you know, just enough just to make sure that they get the shell off. But as you see, one of them, which I believe is this one, is sticking, because even when a screw drops back into the blaster, it can basically screw itself back in a little bit, preventing you from taking it apart. There we go. There's that guy. Get back in there. There we go. All right. Let's see, who is it? No, not that one. Ah, this one. There we go. All right, put that one back in there. All right, so here's the inside of a strife. It's pretty self-explanatory. Of course, it's not like a Springer, but basically the rev trigger's here. So the wire and the power from that go all the way through, I think, to the battery door up in here. And then this, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Okay, see this little circuit here? See how it has two wires sticking out? If you do upgrade the batteries to, you know, the rechargeable ones or the LiPo, you're going to want to take that and twist it. I'm not going to do it to this one because I don't want to, I'm not going to put batteries in it right now. But basically you're going to twist it so both of the wires are touching. You know, you just should be able to twist it once and that's it. So this is the pusher. And when you pull this back, you see this piece go down. That way you can actually pull the trigger as well. And I noticed that they started to get rid of the springs, because usually there's a spring right here, right? Like in the replacement, there's one. So yeah, that's the first sign of cheapness from Nerf, oddly enough. But so when you push this in, it pushes that down. Then you're able to push this, and you see how the pusher works. So it's, I mean, it is what it is. When you upgrade it to the full auto kit, it's a much different setup. Just be careful installing it. Follow the directions. And here's your jam door, and you can see that little button right here. That makes sure that you have to shut this fully. See if I can get the click on it. There we go. So when that door's shut, that's when it'll let you rev. Like if this is open and the batteries are in and you're ready to fire, it won't let you rev it up at all until that one's closed. You got your motors in here and your motor cage, and then you got the front part with the muzzle. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And of course the mag release right here, which is tied to this piece because, oh no, okay. So this tab here, I did this in my other charts, but you can open this up, you know, unscrew it, cut that off. That lock basically, it tells the blaster that you have to have a magazine in here for it to rev up. So there's a lot of locks in here that you could potentially take out. But for now, we're just gonna do what I said we were gonna do, just the basic stuff that you don't really need to get into cutting and rewiring and stuff like that. So first things first, we're gonna replace the mag release right here with a longer one. I mean, the one that came with is okay, but you kind of have to push it with your knuckle. I'd rather push it with my finger because it's a little bit easier. So you're just gonna screw that, take this piece out, as well as this piece. And then you're gonna put that guy right on here. And this one, I don't think I got from out of Darts, but I need to get his because his are a little bit longer and they have like a ridge on them, which is very nice. But these will do for now. I bought these years ago. Yeah, so just like that. And it should just work like that. The older versions actually came with a spring for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's go and put the spring in, might as well. So when you replace that, you can either keep this if you ever want to revert it back or just toss it. It's up to you. I have a tendency of keeping extra pieces just in case, and it has helped in the past. If I screw up on something, I basically have a replacement part for it, even though it's, you know, replacing it with the basic instead of the upgraded version, which I screwed up. But at least it'll still work. I got a whole bit of that stuff. All right, so you got the spring and you got the trigger there. We're gonna unscrew this screw. Actually, we're gonna unscrew these two screws first. Take the arm off that's covering it. And like I've said before in other videos, if you're ever inside of a blaster and you don't know what you're doing, before you even start, take a picture. I know what I'm doing because I've done this before. But as you can see here, it can get a little confusing because this is supposed to go over this pin and this pin, and this part needs to be in between these two. I took one apart earlier and I was like, wait, how's this go? Because I was like, okay, maybe it goes over there, or maybe it goes, I think I had like upside down or something. I had the trigger like, you know, back here in the plot. It was just, you know, just take a picture. So put that to the side for now, and then now you can undo this screw. All right, take the old trigger out, put the new trigger in. So the spring rests right in there. Trigger goes right on that hole, and then the screw would just go right back on top. Whoop, come back. Come back. Gotta love when that happens. If you're prone to losing screws like this, where it either falls into the blaster and you don't really want to lift it up because other stuff will dump out, get one of these. I think you can get something like this at Home Depot. It's just to get screws and stuff out of small places. See, helps a lot. I tend to use it a lot because my hands are a little shaky, so I tend to drop stuff a lot. All right, let's see. There we go. Technically, I don't think you need a screw right here, but, you know, just in case. I mean, I guess it's less wobble. And then we're gonna put that back right in between those two, like the other one. It's kind of the same design, it's just, this is sleeker and not as fat, and it has a whole area missed here, and it's metal, or aluminum? I think it's aluminum. Okay, and then you're gonna put these screws back on here. just like that. Okay, and so it should act the same way. So there's going to be a little bit more tension when you pull back on the trigger because of that spring. You could not use it. I mean, it's up to you. Like, okay, this is with it. So you see it's a little bit difficult. Let's say we take it out, not use it. So, yeah, there we go. So, yeah. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to put it and leave it. Okay. Next part, and the last part to the inner modifying of it, is you have to take this part out because you're going to be replacing it with this. So I believe it's just this screw. Actually, can this just pop up? Take that part out. That goes right up here. Haven't done this in a while. I think there's a tube in here connecting those two. So in that case, you have to unscrew the cage. I just leave the screws in there because, like I said before, I don't want to drop them. You could probably just do the front two right here, but I tend to do all four just in case. But you just need to get this out enough to take out the little part of the tube that's in there. Okay, so the motor cage is all taken apart. I'm trying to raise this up above this peg just a little bit. Lift the cage up a little bit. Whenever you're modifying inside the blaster or outside, either or, don't make any abrupt movements because you, especially in an electric blaster, because you could ruin it. Like right now, I'm kind of scared to mess with this because I don't like messing with the cage unless I absolutely have to, which is like now. I just want to get up enough to go along with this. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. There. So you see, that's what was in between them. So you put that to the side, you put that back on. There you go. Oh, okay. Okay. Then you're going to take this piece, and just like the other one, you're going to put it, I don't even know if you need this. We'll leave it in there, just because. But put that about halfway in, and then it's going to go straight into where you remove the other one. I usually put that in there first, and then put it down onto the pegs like there. And this piece should rest on this side. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little lip, but it's pretty self-explanatory when you're looking at it. And then screw everything back together. So I'm going to push this guy down. Re-screw the motor first before anything else. All right, and that's just in there. It's friction fit basically. I don't think it's screwed. Yeah, it just pops out. So you don't need any screws for that. There's all the parts that we took out of the inside and put that in a pile. Put this back together. Make sure everything's lined up. Screw it all back together. Hopefully I'm going to get to my loadout soon. I'm getting some more mag holders for my belt tomorrow from Luke, I believe. And I'm waiting for 2 holsters from Germany. Because, I mean, the blasters that I want to put in them, they do have holsters, but the way that I want to put it on my rig, it won't work. And the thing that holds the holsters onto the molly, it's really big, and I need it to fit a certain space for it to work. And the ones that I ordered, I think they'll work. And I think, where did I get them from? I think I bought them off Evike .com. They're really good. They sell mostly real gun stuff and paintball, but you can combine any of their stuff when it comes to like grips that will go on the Picatinny rail for your blasters, or stocks, as long as it's like the tube stock or the straight stock that you adapter that you get from Worker, because they sell a whole bunch of those. I saw a couple that I want to get, but they're like, since they're used for real steel weapons, they're like $30 each, so a little pricey, but we'll deal with it. I'm trying to think what I got off the e-bike in the first time. I know I got some pouches before from them. Oh, and I got they have some really good sights and scopes on theirs too. But when you're scrolling through them, watch, don't find one and fall in love with it and then see the price, because it will be high. The last sight that I got, that I think I posted in my last video, the video before that, that I got off of eBay, they sell that one on e-bike, but I think it's like $5 or $10 more, and it takes longer to get here. So that's why I bought the one off of eBay. I think we got it here. Is that all together? One more. And you can use this kit on any stripe. The blue camo here, the orange, the blue, the white modulus one, whatever. Okay, so that's it for the inside. So as you can see, it looks a lot better, especially with this trigger and the mag release. You can just do that to release it, which is pretty good. I'm going to take a quick break and then be back for part 2 to show you the outside custom job. All right, see you guys in the next one. Bye.